All right, today I'm here to answer the million-dollar question, how long does SEO take? This is a question I've had many times. I've worked with hundreds and maybe 1,000 websites at this point to do search engine optimization. So I'm going to give you the real answer to this question. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so the first thing you got to understand is that for a brand new website, SEO is very hard. And that's because there's other websites out there that have been doing this for a decade or more or less, whatever, however long they've been out there. And that has made it so that they are now very authoritative. They are competitive in the space, and they have earned that place that they have for that ranking in Google. So if you're a brand new website and you're trying to come in and you're trying to go after a term that hundreds or thousands of people have been trying to get ranked for years and years, it is 100% unrealistic of you to think that you can launch a site and that you can go ahead and get ranked for that term right away. It's just not how it works. So SEO is very hard for a brand new website. If you're a brand new website, it could be a couple years before you start ranking for a really big term. Now, if you're a brand new website and you're going after niche terms or highly local terms, that's a different story. In that case, you could be looking at ranking for some of those terms within the 9 to 12 month range, depending on what the terms are. And all these terms have different levels of complexity, and that's based off of how authoritative is the domain, how many links does the domain have to the main homepage and then to the individual pages you're trying to get ranked, how great is the content, and then how stiff is the competition, and then what is the competition doing to maintain those rankings. So those are all things that you need to think about. Okay, if you're a more established website, SEO can take a lot less time. So that's really good news. So in some cases, if there's a website that's been around for 5 or 10 years and they've never tried to optimize the website correctly for keywords, but they have a lot of links coming in and they've got great content and they're kind of ranking for some stuff naturally, but the keywords just aren't in the right place. In that case, that's what we call a money site, because you can go to an SEO company, come in, and what they're going to be able to do is optimize the website correctly so that each page is optimized for the right term, and you're going to jump up and start ranking for those terms that you always wanted to rank for. So that's really best case scenario. A website that's been around for 3 or 4 years, they've got some great content, they've got some rankings already, maybe they're doing some content marketing, they're doing social media, they're doing other types of marketing as well, they're running AdWords, maybe they're doing some TV and things like that, and they just don't have the right strategy in place. In that case, you're an ideal customer. And what's going to happen is as each of the individual sections of the website are optimized, you're going to see more and more traffic go to the sections that are being worked on over time. So in that case, you're going to see a gradual increase in traffic starting usually around the 3 to 5 month mark. And I'm talking just traffic to the areas of the site that are being worked on, and then growing until the end of the year, where you should be looking at traffic gains between 20% and 100%, depending on how big the package was and how much and how hard you actually push the initiative. So SEO definitely still works. Our own traffic being up over 400% year over year, but there's a lot that goes into it, and it's really specifically how old is the site and how established is the website, how great is the competition, how much are you really pushing it. And then there's kind of a final element, and that is, has the website ever had a penalty or had any spam? And that type of thing can also really hold back the site. So the final question to how long SEO actually takes. So if you're a brand new site, you're not really going to see any great gains that you're going to be really excited with until months 9 through 12. You'll start seeing traffic come in, but you're not going to see a return on investment until that time. If you've been around for a few years and the site's already got great credibility and you're ranking kind of close for a few terms, you could see results quicker. You could see results between the 4 to 12 month range. And also if something was broken on the site and you're just fixing something generally, you could see results in that 4 to 12 month range, depending on the competition and how big your service packages are. And then finally, if you have a penalty on the website or something kind of holding the site down, you're not going to see a return until that individual issue is taken care of. In most cases, SEO is really a 9 to 12 month thing, but the returns are totally worth it for the business, and the people who stick with it end up being some of the dominant players online. It's the best investment that I've ever made for our company, and for our longest term clients, they've gotten huge returns. So it's definitely something I recommend you do. So that's it for how long SEO takes today. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions about specifically how long SEO takes, make sure to ask it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Have a great day.